Pinoy Transporter, best taxi driver. He's a
Taxi, taxi. Taxi! Taxi, taxi. Taxi!
Isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, si Pinoy Transporter. Bumabati sa inyo. Isang magandang araw. Actually, pinag-isipan ko muna kung I'll be having this kind of vlog. But I think it's about time to make clarification. Dun sa present situations namin mga taxi driver, there's a burden within me that I want to express. Dun sa situations na pinagdaranasan namin mga taxi drivers. I just want to make it clear, okay? All the things that I'll be discussing in this video is just my own opinion. It's my own perception. Walang kinalaman po dito ang industriya ng taxi. Share ko lang po sa inyo yung nararamdaman ko at nakikita sa present situations ng taxi industry. Actually, I've been a taxi driver for already 14 years and I see the changes. The perception of the public and the government concerning the industry of the taxi. Hindi nawawala ang negative impression. Negative impressions before, up to now, negative impressions pa rin. Lagi ko ang sinasabi, hato tayo nung pinanganak. We're all secret. We do have a halo on our head. Bakit ba nagbabago tao? Wala namang taxi driver na pagising niya sa umaga, oh, I want to be a bad taxi driver today. Mamongontrata ako, manloloko ako, things like that. Change in attitude and perception happens because of processes. The reasons why people change is because of his environment, the system, and the people that surrounds him. Now, I'm just trying to share this point dahil ramdam namin ang hirap ng pagiging taxi driver nowadays. We haven't received the support that we need from the government. Yes, reality. Taxi industry is still an industry here in our country. Maraming pagbabago sa industriya. Pansinin nyo, sa ngayon, karamihan ng taxi drivers ay mga seniors. Karamihan sa amin are seniors. Bakit? Because hindi na kumikita ang industriya ng taxi. Yung mga bata, lumipat na sa ibang trabaho. Kung saan sila where they can be assured that after working for a certain hours, they have money to bring home to their family. Sugal ang pagiging taxi driver ngayon. At the end of the day, after working and driving for 24 hours, di mo sigurado kung may uwi ka sa pamilya mo. Well, there are instances na kapag uwi ka ng 200 pesos for 24 hours driving, but there's also instances na uuwi kang short ka sa boundary, short pa pati gasolina mo. I'm talking about gasoline. Okay? I think that's the most reasons why we're not earning. Could you imagine? Na doble ang presyo ng gasolina. Dati 40, 40 pesos. Before, ang meter namin is also 40 pesos. And there was come a time now, kaya ang gasolina sa 80, 90, thank you, ngayon 70 na. But still, the meter is still 40 pesos. Meter becomes our handicap. Siguro lahat po kayo maintindihan basic figures, okay? Kapag ang puhunan mo na doble at hindi mo binago ang selling price mo, anong mangyayari sa bottom line mo? Yung increase na 50% sa gasolina, sinong nag-aabono? Before, average gasoline cost namin sa isang araw, 1,000. Ngayon, inaabot ng 1,700, 1,800 up to 2,000. Yung difference na 700 to 1,000 pesos a day, kanino galing? Sa kita ng mga taxi driver. Yung 700 to 1,000 pesos na yun, na dapat may uuwi sa aming mga pamilya ay napunta lamang sa gasolina. I was quite surprised. There was an instance way back 2022. All transport industry were given a fare hike. Pero ang taxi, wala. Bakit? Ay, meron nga pala. 5 pesos increase. But nobody knows it. Aside from that, in order for a taxi to avail the 5 peso increase, kailangan niyang mamuhunan sa pagpapakalibrate ng network. Bakit taxi lang? Imagine, ibang mga transport network at pre-hand natanggap nila yung increases sa fare hike. Ang taxi, may requirement. Operators need to invest around 2,000 to 2,500 para lang sa 5 pisong increase. So, what happened? Halos walang taxi operator na magkalibrate. So, yung 5 peso, note, yung 5 peso increase hindi na-avail ng mga taxi drivers. Guys, 30 years ago, itinigil ang pag-approve ng mga franchise sa taxi. Wala ng bagong taxis pwedeng bigyan ng prangkisa. Katwiran, marami ng taxi sa kalsada. And it will create chaos as far as traffic is concerned. But for the past 30 years, maraming inopen na player sa kalsada. TNBS, just recently, they converted the motorcycle to be a motorcycle taxi. Nakikinig ako sa balita. May mga sinasabing ang gobyerno bago mag-decide, they also have to consider the effect of their decisions to other sector of the society. Diba? Sometimes, sa mga ruta ng jeepney, bago sila magdagdag, iniisip nila na ano pa magiging epekto nito sa present route. Baka kung dadagdagan natin to, wala namang kitain yung ibang jeepney, di ba? So, saludo ako doon. They're trying, they're doing their best. Iniisip nila, pinag-aaralan nila yung epekto ng gagawin nila aksyon doon sa present situations or the present sector na maapektuhan ng kanilang desisyon. Have you considered the situations of the taxi industry? When you add up TNBS, when you add up the motorcycle, o sabi nyo, do you want competition? Para at least kasi yung mga taxi driver, lumalaki na ang ulo, nangongontrata, namimili, mababaho ang mga taxi, mga bulok na, kaya kailangan magdagdag tayo o maglagay tayo ng other transport service na magko-compete sa taxi. Yes, maganda yun, competition. Pero bakit magkaiba ng batas? Bakit magkaiba ng patakaran? Sinasabi nyo, ang taxi driver nangongontrata. Isn't it that Grab is also contracting? Ay, hindi nangongontrata Grab kasi pagsakay mo, alam mo na presyo. That's it! Bago ka sumakay, pinresyohan ka na at tatanggapin mo, that's a legal contract. You're bound by that contract. Na pinresyohan ka, kung anong pinresyo sa'yo, that's contracting. Hindi nyo lang naiisip ng contracting dahil nakikita nyo sa apps. Ang mga taxi driver daw namimili ng pasahero. Pero sa Grab, kapag nag-book ka at hindi ka tinanggap, okay lang. Walang parusa. Kasi they have the what they called allowable acceptance rate. So the mere fact na sinabi mong allowable, they are allowed not to accept. Pero ang taxi driver, kapag tumanggi ka, parusa. Namimili daw ang taxi driver. Pag namili ka at nireport ka, parusa. Pero sa Grab, kapag kinancel yung booking mo, okay lang. Kasi they have what they call allowable cancellation rate. So the mere fact that there's a word allowable, pinapayagan ang TNBS na wag tumanggap, mag-cancel, at pwede silang mamili. Where's the law? Yes, recently they said that all these TNBS will be under LTFRB. They are now considered public transport. Okay? Maganda yung idea to compete with the taxi. Pero ba't iba ang law nila? We do have the same playing fields, but we don't have the same law. Ulitin ko, sabi kasi mga taxi driver, titigas ang ulo, nangongontrata, so on and so forth. I can still recall 13 years ago when I first started as a taxi driver. Ano nakalagay sa body markings ng mga taxi? May reklamo ka, itawag mo. Can you remember those markings sa likod? Nagkaroon ako ng isang pasero, I think from LTFRB o LTO. I was able to discuss it to him na, bakit kailangan lagyan ng gano'n yung likod ng taxi? May reklamo ka, tawag mo. Kasi ang perception, negative. Na most of the trial taxi drivers are doing bad. That's why the come on to the public is also negative. May reklamo ka. Paano kung gusto mong i-appreciate yung taxi driver? Gusto mong i-commend? Kasi nabaitan ka, nagalingan ka, government don't encourage it. Ang ina-encourage lang, reklamo. We're also human beings. And you, passengers in the government, we are your employees. We're serving you guys. Ang boss namin ay mga pasahero. And you know what's the best motivation? Appreciation. We need to be motivated also like other employees. Hindi yung pagpasok mo, ang naka-perceive na sa amin, may reklamo ka, itawag mo. Well, salamat naman, tinanggal na yung body markings dun sa taxi ngayon. Wala na yung may reklamo ka, itawag mo. I don't know kung nakarating sa tamang kinaukulan yung message na gusto kong i-employ during those times. Again, real talk. The industry is dying because we haven't received any support from the government and also from some passengers. Sino ba boss ng mga taxi driver? The government? No, they're the one controlling us. Our operators? Operators are not our bosses. We are their customers. It's like our rental services that we're renting their car. Our bosses are the passengers because they are the one paying us. And as our bosses, sana isipin nyo that to handle your employee fair and just. I just want to share to you the present situations. First, we already have limited passengers because of competitions. Almost 50% of our passengers transferred to the motorcycle taxi. It's because of the present situations that we have. Rapid. Okay. Second, may mga establishment ng malls na hindi na kami pinapasok. We're not allowed to pass to their main entrance, to pass to their main road. Nilalagay kami sa likod. May mga taxi stand na tinanggal. They only allowed the TNBS. We're now being isolated. Doon ka sa likod. May mall na doon ka sa likod, pero hindi ka pwede magstay. Kailangan mo umikot. Kailangan mo tumakbo. Bawat galaw po namin. What it entails? Gasolina. Mapapansin nyo, karamihan ng mga taxi driver ngayon hindi na umiikot. Naghihintay, nagtsatsagang pumila. Yung iba, hindi nagbubukas ng aircon, ng makina. Itinutulak ang taxi mula sa likod, palapit dun sa area kung saan naroon ang pasahero. Tinutulak ang mga taxi. Bakit? Para makatipid ng gasolina. Alam niyo kung lahat ng taxi ganun mangyayari at ganun ang gagawin, paano na yung mga pasaherong nasa kanto ng bawat barangay? Yung walang pilahan. Yung naroon sa mga lugar na isolated. Kung walang umiikot na taxi, wala kayong masasakyan. Yung pong gusto kong ipunto sa inyo, na yung mga umiikot na taxi na mumuho na ng gasolina para lang merong kayong masakyan. Especially at night. Konti na lang ang TNBS na lumalabas. Kasi they're working every day. That's why they have to take a rest. So, yung mga 24 hours na taxi driver, may mga taxi driver na umiikot para lang may masakyan kayo sa bawat kanto. That you don't need to go to those malls or to those establishments na mayroong taxi stand. Pero, for consideration naman, wala pwedeng bigyan sila ng konting dagdag para dun sa gasolina. Ulitin ko guys, what I'm trying to discuss here is just my own assessment. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm willing to be corrected. Ang tangi ko lang kung hangad is maparating sa inyo ang present situations ng taxi industry. Sana makarating sa gobyerno. We don't have the voice. Ang jeep, kapag nagsama-sama sila, nakikinig ang gobyerno. Hindi ko nga alam kung may grupo ng mga taxi drivers eh. That's why we are being treated this way. Yun lang naman po yung nararamdaman ko. Well, I'm praying that there's still a hope for our industry. Naubos na kami. Ulitin ko, karamihan sa mga taxi drivers kaya nurse senior. Kasi wala na kami ibang malipat. Alam niyo naman dito sa Pilipinas, when you reach a certain age, your venue to find a job or your career is already end up. Even company drivers, even family driver, meron silang age na nire-required at hindi kasama doon ang seniors. Guys, we're still here to survive. We're still here to live. Gusto niyo naman yung venue namin. Bigyan niyo kami ng patas na laban. Again, competition is a healthy strategy. Pero dapat parehas na laban. Parehas na laban. Kapag may taxi driver na nangontrata, gumawa na very viral. Pero pag may taxi driver na gumawa ng tama at maganda, walang nakakapansin. Again, ulitin ko, appreciation is the best motivation. Well, I think I've already discussed everything. I hope that the right person or the right agency will be able to hear this concern and look into it. Hindi pwedeng mawala ang taxi industry. In every country, there's always a taxi industry where you're frontliners as far as tourism is concerned. That's why you should help us. You should train us to be a good and ideal server of the people. This is my advocacy. upgrade the image of the taxi industry. I hope it's not yet late. Kaya natin to pag nagsama-sama tayo. Negative. Take it out of our system. Start your plan, the program with a positive attitude that everybody, every individual has the right to change. Help us to change the image of the taxi. Hindi namin kaya to. Kailangan namin ng tulong niyo. Especially yung mga boss namin. Pababayaan nyo ang mga empleyado nyo, we, the taxi drivers, to have the present situations eventually. Wala ng taxi drivers. Hindi mawawala ang taxi. Yes, nandiyan yan. Kaya lang, wala na. Nagda-drive ng mga taxi. Again, folks, maraming salamat for listening. And I hope this video of mine will yield to a positive outcome. So I declare blessings everyone who's listening to this video. Maraming salamat po. This is your folks, Pinoy Transporter, signing off. Bye.
I just want to say that keep supporting the taxi industry because we need them as an alternative to Grab. Unang-una, mas cheaper sila ng konti sa Grab. And sabi naman ni Sir, as an ambassador of the taxi industry, is trying to influence other taxi drivers to be as hospitable, as entertaining as he is. So, keep supporting the taxi industry, guys.
Salamat kay Manong Manolito who's fighting for the taxi industry. Tulungan, suportahan at panindigan natin ang kung anong pinaglalaban niya. Naniniwala ako na sa mga simpleng bagay na to ay matutulungan natin siya at darating ang araw na baka magpasalamat pa tayo dahil sa mga ganitong kaliliit na action natin ay unti-unti nating natutulak ang mga dapat na mangyari. At sana nakikinig ang mga nakaupo, ang kinakaupulan at may kapangyarihan.